Hello and welcome to today's reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy going on in the two cards that I have placed in the middle. So yeah, we're going to look at everything together. I have not seen what these cards are ahead of time. I don't look at them ahead of time, although every once in a while I have to start over if I started to turn a card already. So that's happened a couple times, but yeah, basically it's all fresh and new to me every time when I'm looking at them with you, including this time, not starting over. Yeah, so I have Eternal Crystals Oracle cards, or Oracle, cards by, Jade Sky here, and then Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey Demarco in the middle, and underneath that, a Nature's Whispers Oracle by Angela Hartfield. So we've got a nice combo. I kind of got all the elements going on here: crystals, nature, animals, and then of course, we're the people. So there's that too. Yeah, what can I say? I think just we're going deeper with okay, cool, you got to the place in your consciousness where, everything maybe looked all crazy earlier this week / last weekend, and really, found the treasure within, and now it's safe, if you haven't already, it's always safe to just fully release what it is you don't need there, and the illusion that you need to oh, you made this mess and now you need to clean it all up, in your inner world. There might be stuff for you to clean up around you, literally, and you're probably gonna have to find a way to do that. I don't think, we don't have Mary Poppins skills here. We're just gonna snap fingers and things are gonna put themselves away. But it does start within, and within, when you do release the need to hold on to anything blocking you from your good, from your inner castle, from perfection, then it's really so much easier to be in the flow and find solutions outwardly. It's literally one thing, your inner world and your outer world. It's the law of attraction. So just keep that in mind and let it be easy, and you always know, when it's time to go deeper, and when you feel oh, what am I going into? Well, you're gonna have upheaval on the other side, and you're just gonna have more good returning to you. So that's really all that's ever happening on your spiritual journey, as long as you choose that. And you may complain along the way or whatever, but that's all right. You can just have compassion for yourself and choose for it to be easy. You don't have to choose the sob story or the complaining or whatever it is. And if it does come up, you just have compassion for yourself, love yourself, and move on. So with that being said, let's get started with the cards. So the Divine Masculine's card for right now, kind of going in towards the end of the week here, going into the weekend almost. Jade, good luck, heart chakra. Good, yeah. Well, this is just a very positive, encouraging card for the Divine Masculine to follow his heart right now. His heart is really guiding him well. So if you're the Divine Feminine, you can just surrender into that truth of your man, trust that he is letting his heart lead him, and you can also release, your attachment to that. You don't need to do anything to receive love, and you don't need to do anything to prove something to your twin flame as the Divine Feminine. And as the Divine Masculine, you don't need to do something to prove yourself right now or ever. You already are proven, that's the truth. And so you're just opening your heart to more love, and it feels good, it's freeing. It's really freeing. And it doesn't mean not having boundaries or anything like that. It can actually look quite the opposite even. This could be a time that you are setting boundaries, or that you are saying no to certain relationships in your life with family or friends or however. But whatever it is that you are, letting go of because it's not serving you, you're also calling in more love, and you're actually able to open up your heart more expansively because there's not like an energy leak where there once was. So yeah, just keep on going and allow yourself to really feel good. You feel good. Don't try to, let some sneaky thought or feeling take you off course from that. You just get to keep feeling good. So yeah, let's move on to the Divine Feminine. And over here we have Hematite, mental strength, root chakra. This also reminds me of like iron and enrichment. So maybe it's time too for the Divine Feminine to put even, a little more effort and care into her self-care, her physical body. And that could mean like adding some more nutrients to your diet, or like nutrients, like it could be more spiritual nutrients or something in your lifestyle, something like that. But there's something here where you're being called to the strength that you already have, but also to fortify it and to really care for yourself there, because you're already building that and it feels good. So you want to maintain that. And it should be easy to just kind of see what you're called to do. Like one thing for me that I like to do sometimes, and then sometimes I'll take a break, like I really like Shilajit, and that's mineral-based Ayurvedic supplement. I believe it comes from like lava or rock basically. So it's pretty interesting, but you can imagine it's very rich in minerals, and I really like the taste of it. Kind of has this light smoky flavor, and you can also get like these kinds of things already like in a liquid form too. That's just like for me personally what I like, and what kind of came up for me in this card. So just whatever you like. I'm not here again to give you medical advice, so if you need to talk to a medical professional about anything, please do. But the other thing, of course, about this is being grounded, right? Like being grounded in your truth, and allowing yourself to express yourself, and having more confidence in your mental strength, and so in your ability to think from a place of love, and being more grounded in that. So just like I feel like there's a healing energy to this card, speaking to just like grounding down more, fortifying, and also appreciating and practicing your mental capabilities in whatever way, and that is very much often tied to creativity and self-expression, so you don't need to necessarily, of course, think of those things as separate. And this is really, of course, attractive to calling in more abundance in your life, because you're embracing and saying yes to your own skills and your own, your value, basically. And then it's going to be very attractive to your twin flame too, because they are attracted to the real you. So when you get to the core of your true, mental strength, so to speak, then they recognize you there, because that's who you really are. And it's like, oh, I recognize you and I recognize you. Okay, very good. So let's move on. This card, we have, I don't know why they had to pick like a tarantula for connection, but they did. They went there, So anyway, this card is about connection, number 43, And yeah, I mean, you can feel into this card for you. I think it's a little bit, it's definitely like, it's cool, you know, like you're maybe reaching for connection, but if you feel caught in a web or something like that, just remember, like, it's all about being, like, connection should feel easy, right? Like, if there's something that's not connecting, you may not be going in the direction that you're actually guided to go in. Like, how am I going to heal this block and, you know, communicate this upset that I have with my twin flame? Well, maybe that's not really the end goal, you know? And maybe you're just trying to heal yourself in order to, like, have a specific result, but that's not really, like, in your highest interest. So it's just time to get more in touch, you know. Well, we got, you know, from these two cards, the good feeling and your own, you know, as the divine feminist, as the divine masculine, as the divine feminine, like your own inner strength, you know, your own inner world, and rooting into that. So connection isn't something that you need to grasp for, right? It's already within you, that connection that you have with the divine and also with your twin flame and with life itself, you know, with love. So yeah, if you are feeling this way, it's just safe to release control. And you know, if you happen to really enjoy spiders and tarantulas, well, then this card is for you, my friend. So there you go. Let's move on to the next card. This is the last and final card, by the way, and it's contemplation. So ending this, you know, on kind of an underlying note, I would say this card was kind of underneath everything. And it's safe at this time to have a more contemplative attitude. And yeah, like that does again speak to like going with the flow of the good feeling and kind of grounding down and allowing your mental strengths and everything to allow you to contemplate from a grounded and true place. And just allowing the next step, not feeling like you need to call in the next step, you know, with some kind of like candles all over the place and I don't know, whatever it is for you. But like, you know, the next step is just naturally going to arrive, and you're not gonna miss the next step if you're choosing to take the journey and to go on the next step. And even if somehow you missed the step, like it's gonna be, then the step will still be presented to you if that's what you're choosing. But it's not something you need to like worry about or, you know, try to see what it's gonna be. It's really important right now to work with where you're at and heal into this step that's being presented to you, the next thing. And yeah, like let it arrive. You know, you don't need to, if you've kind of felt like you've been taking leaps or anything like that, now you get to like receive, right? So allow that energy to come back to you. I just love everything that's around her. It looks really soft. You know, even this lion there looks like really like a cuddly friend in this particular instance. So, yeah, and the flowers too, they just look like, oh my God, they look like very luxurious, and it all has a really like very flowing and soft feeling to it. So let that be your reality right now, and let like, you know, kind of cleaning up your reality be like a very easy thing to do, and just keep going with rooting down and feeling the good feeling and moving with that. And trust that what you are doing and what you're moving through is enough, because sometimes when you kind of get off course from there, that's when you try to do things that aren't really like quite on the path that you're being called to do right now or yet, or you're overdoing it. And then you're just taking from yourself, and you're going to have to recover anyway. So that's not really going to advance you on your journey. And it does take mastery And it usually does take like some contrast, at some point to kind of get really clear on perfecting this like kind of natural flow of just being in the divine flow, with peace. And it's going to also look different day to day too, right? Like some days, and that's because you might need more energy to like clean your whole house, more like action energy to do that. And you might need more like mental, fortitude to, redo your whole website, say, or whatever it is. So yeah, like just really pay attention to where your energy is at right now in each moment, and appreciate it by honoring it and doing the thing that you're called to do with that energy. And that's going to bring in, more energy for you to keep in that flow, and you're bound to, switch up your activities and all of that. And that's a part of contemplation too. The meditation is really just like every moment of life. So it's safe to kind of just like be in that space right now with whatever it is that you are being called to do. And if doing means more inner work right now, then that's fine too. So yeah, just feel into that, and let it also shift when it shifts. Like you might think you're gonna meditate for half the day, and then you meditate for 15 minutes and it's time to do something else. Like that's okay. So I think that's like all very clear now. Kind of what to do next. If you want to take a moment, and think what it is that you're gonna do after this reading, or whenever you're watching this, what's kind of like the next thing, and then see how that plays out, if that is indeed how it kind of plays out, or if it changes a little bit, and pay attention to that. It's nice to see like how the process of kind of doing something that you plan to do unfolds, and how it can change. And that can help you inform how it goes next time too, whatever the stuff may be on your like to-do list, so to speak. So that will conclude today's reading. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And just, hang out with Labradorite. Gotta love it. Cool. Okay. She can look at it too. She can contemplate on that. Okay. All right. So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you would like to. All it takes is just hitting subscribe, and then I get to see that you subscribed, or that someone did if I can't tell who it is, and that's awesome. And you get to be notified when the videos come out, and check out the links below as well too. I can help you through coaching and readings, and yeah, I would love to work with you or provide a reading for you or another service. So definitely look at that because while I love to do it, I love it because they're really helpful, and the work that I practice, it really does work. Otherwise I wouldn't be here sharing it. It's not just like, well, I believe in it. No, like there's real results. So take a look if you haven't yet and it interests you. And of course, you can always reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions or you're interested in something and want more information. So yeah, that's it for today, folks. Take care. Love you. Bye.